Welcome back to Main Street Living, ladies. I know everyone is kind of getting excited with the movie theaters. A few of them starting to reopen for some new flicks that are coming out, right?
Yeah, super excited about that. And you guys know I'm big into disaster preparedness, right? And I also like disaster movies. And there's a new one coming out called Greenland. Here to tell us about it is American screenwriter, director, and actor Chris Sparling. Welcome to Main Street Living. So good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Thank you for having me.
What made you decide to write a disaster movie? Because I'm assuming you did all this before the pandemic.
Yeah. I didn't just kind of burn through it in about, 6 months and come up with it. No, I mean, for me, it's usually starting from theme. And, it was just kind of the notion that we operate like we have all the time in the world when we know we don't. It's a finite thing, our lives. And it takes sometimes an event, kind of like we're dealing with in real life now too, but in Greenland, in a large scale event, something majorly disruptive to our lives to remind us of that fact. So yeah, I mean, it kind of comes from a place of, saying the things to people that you maybe don't say. And you think, well, I'll hold off on telling you I love you, or I'm sorry, or even doing things that are just stuff you'd like to do with your life because you always feel like, well, I'll do it some other time. There might not be another time.
Yeah, so true there.
I love that message. I'm too excited. Can we look at the trailer first for Greenland?
Yeah.
I know it's coming out soon, so let's take a look at the trailer.
Is this Clark, this interstellar comet? Yeah, big news.
I don't see Clark.
Oh, maybe he's still sleeping.
Dad.
Some of Clark's larger fragments are now expected to enter our atmosphere.
That's right. I know they're just. What are they saying?
More of the same.
It's gonna make a heck of a show.
Whoa! Where are they going?
I don't know. When the first chunk's about to hit.
Hit?
Only part of it. It's going in the ocean.
But you look at that.
Wait, where's the explosion?
We now are getting word that the fragment has hit Central Florida.
Oh my God.
Wait, are some more pieces gonna hit?
Come on, let's go.
But the sky's on fire.
2 days. They got it all wrong. There's a ton of fragments. Planet killers.
Space agencies are predicting an extinction level event.
We're gonna be together, all right, kiddo? We're just trying to get to safety.
They've been tracking the military flights to bunkers in Greenland.
It's our only chance.
Perimeter breach. Perimeter breach. Runway 33.
Allison!
Where's Dad?
We'll find him. It's okay. Clark's largest fragment will hit in less than 24 hours.
I swear, I'm gonna get my family into that bunker. I know you will, son.
If you are hearing this broadcast, seek shelter immediately.
What is it? What's going on?
If you are hearing this broadcast, seek shelter immediately.
Hang on, Nathan.
Seek shelter immediately. Seek shelter immediately.
Whew, talk about goosebumps there. How did you come up with this idea for this type of disaster?
Again, starting from theme usually is how I operate, and so then it became, well, what is that, that big disruptive event? And it's been a while. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen, say, like an asteroid movie or whatever else. And, you never want to do something that feels like it's been done, but I felt like there was enough time, between, say, like Deep Impact and Armageddon, since we've seen that big cataclysmic, Earth existential threat movie.
Woo! Yeah, for sure.
I mean, so how long have you been working on this movie? Because I can't imagine that it's been easy to deal with during a pandemic.
No, I think I wrote, if I remember correctly, the original draft, the first draft of it about 3 or 4 years ago. And, in subsequent rewrites and everything else, and then putting the movie together. And then it shot about a year and a half ago down in Atlanta. And then it was ready to come out on, I think it was initially June 12th. It was supposed to come out in theaters. And then it's just been pushed back because of the pandemic.
And when you write something like this, how do you know if people are going to like it? I mean, you see so many movies that come out and all the bad reviews, but what did you have to do when you were writing this one to say, I think this one will stick?
Well, I've written enough movies and I've made enough movies that people hate. So like that's I've kind of gotten used to that too.
You know what not to do.
I know. I've learned exactly. I won't do that anymore. No, I mean, you always try. Obviously, you don't set out to make a movie that people aren't going to like. It's always a mini miracle that a movie even gets made in the first place, because there's so many moving parts, so many opinions, so many things that could go wrong along the way. And what you have at the end, you hope is something that works. And as a writer, I didn't direct this. Rick Roman did, and he did a fantastic job. But what I really appreciated that he did is he kept true to the heart, kept the heart of the story. And I don't mean like the core principles. I mean truly like the heart. A lot of these movies can get swept up in all the explosions and everything else, but this is really, honestly, it's a movie about a family. I'm glad that he didn't stray far from that and just and allow the white noise to take over.
That's what I was actually going to ask you is what was your favorite part about the movie when you finally got to see it on screen?
Yeah, it was that because again, when you're a writer and you're not directing your own movie, you are in a certain circumstance and situation, in a certain sense, you're handing it off to someone. You're saying, here it is, here's my baby, please take care of it. And but sometimes they don't take good care of it. And so, and sometimes they take amazing care of it. And this is one of those situations where you watch the movie and it's never going to be exactly what you wrote. That's just never the case. But you really want, again, the core elements to be there, and as much of what's possible to remain from your script.
Absolutely. Sure. Well, we can't wait to see it.
Yeah, thanks so much, Chris. We can't wait. I can't wait. This is exactly my type of movie, so I'm very excited to see it. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
All right, coming up, if you don't think you have the chops to be a screenwriter, maybe you could be a Hollywood editor. Stick with us.